Hello, welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, interest rates go up again as government records marginal oversubscription of treasury bills to the tune of 4.12 billion cedis. Also, Bank of Ghana vows to strictly enforce forex market rules, insisting it has contributed to cedi's marginal stability. Plus, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia stresses need for countries within the sub-region to push for a robust inter-trade activity as Newmont Ghana is the best company in Ghana. We've got details coming up. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for being with us. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Once again, don't know whether to begin a countdown to Christmas, but it's 13 days away, just to say we're excited about it. And welcome to our friends listening on KTU Radio from Kofor Radio. First up, interest rates continue their upward trend as the government sustained its heavy borrowing on the money market. The government, however, recorded about 5% oversubscription of the Treasury bills auction. Here's a Business Desk report.
The government appetite for borrowing continues to push yields on the money market up. According to the auction results, the rate on the 91-day T-bill went up to 29.58% from 29.56% a week ago. That of the 182-day bill also went up to 31.96% as against 31.76% the previous week. The one-year bill also increased by 11 basis points to 33.45%. Meanwhile, the government accepted almost all the bids for the treasury bills tendered to the tune of 4.126 billion Ghana cedis. The 91-day bill was the most subscribed to the tune of 2.53 billion cedis. About 99% of the bids tendered were accepted. It was followed by the 182-day T-bill, in which 1.110 billion cedis were accepted. For the 364-day bill, 481.75 million Ghana cedis of the bids were accepted. The treasury market is presently the only source of financing for the government, as the bond and external debt market have been shut down for now.
Now, Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has stressed the need for countries within the Africa sub-region to push for robust inter-trade activities. This, he believes, will attract more foreign direct investments into the continent. According to him, the government's policies to restore economic growth is yielding results and presents an opportunity for exporters and importers to take advantage of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement. He was speaking at the 20th edition of the Ghana Club 100 Awards by the Ghana Investment Promotion Center.
Ghana's economy is marked for accelerated growth with our post-COVID program for economic growth. All the major economic indicators, such as the budget deficit, debt, exchange rate depreciation, inflation, and economic growth, are all pointing in the right direction. As we embrace the progress made, including infrastructural development, digitalization, as well as advancements in technology and innovation, it is imperative to acknowledge that the stage for the transformative journey that lies ahead has been set.
You had the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Meanwhile, Newmont Ghana Gold Limited's Ahafo South Mine was adjudged the best company by the Ghana Club 100 Awards Committee. The mining giant beat 99 other companies. Financial technology firm CPay, which was number one in the 19th edition, came 13th this time around. Now, the Bank of Ghana has vowed to strictly enforce the rules covering foreign exchange and forex market operations. It comes on the back of recent sanctions against some banks and financial institutions. Here's George Yaffe with more.
The Bank of Ghana's resolve to enforce these laws has resulted in 3 commercial banks and another financial institution sanctioned in line with these regulations. This has resulted in some arguing that it could have some serious repercussions for these financial institutions and how that could affect efforts aimed at promoting financial inclusion. The action has resulted in naming and shaming some of these institutions that have breached the laws. But the Bank of Ghana is insisting that it will stop at nothing in enforcing these regulations. Sources close to the regulator have told Joy Business that some of these measures have contributed to the marginal stability of the Ghana cedi that we've witnessed over the past 2 weeks. The central bank also believes that it is necessary to carry out these actions as it will send some signals to other players and other financial institutions that it doesn't condone these practices in the banking and financial space. But for some, how long would the Bank of Ghana be able to strictly enforce these measures and actions, especially when it argues that it has contributed to the city's marginal stability that we've witnessed on the market?
So let's take a look at the currency market this morning. The dollar going for 12 cedis, 18 pesos. That's on the retail market. The pound going for 15 cedis, 23 pesos. The euro going for 12 cedis, 93 pesos. Now, economist Dr. Patrick Isuming has urged government to negotiate fair terms with the official creditor committee, especially China. Ghana is struggling to get the buy-in of the committee to consent to the debt restructuring for onward disbursement of the second tranche of the $600 million bailout package from the International Monetary Fund. Now, speaking to Joy Business, Dr. Isuming said when the government is able to negotiate better terms, the country will get an agreement by December 20.
The countries are negotiating for their own interests. I think the Chinese government will look at the breakdown of the debt and when the debts were accumulated, try and understand, what is in it for them. The China will be looking at, it definitely wouldn't want to contribute more to the restructuring than the Western partners. Probably be looking at these numbers and be thinking, well, perhaps if we shift it to an earlier date, it will give us a fairer treatment. So,
you heard economist Dr. Patrick Isuming. In other news, the managing director of Zenith Bank Ghana, Henry Onwuzurigbo, has said that the bank will continue to prioritize its clients and provide the best of services. Now, speaking at the bank's light-up ceremony in Carol's Night, Mr. Onwuzurigbo said, despite the challenges faced by the banking sector in 2023, there is hope of rapid economic recovery, which will be spearheaded by the financial sector.
At our light-up ceremony at Carol's Night, we prayed for hope, and we have come back a year later to give thanks to God. 2023 has been a very remarkable year for the bank. Despite the harsh economic challenges, we have achieved feats never recorded in the history of our 18 years of operation in this country. These are successes that are jumped up despite the challenges and well-documented uncertainties.
Henry Onwuzurigbo is Managing Director of Zenith Bank Ghana. Now, Ecobank Ghana PLC has pledged to support businesses, expand their operations across the country and beyond. According to the Pan-African Bank, it remains committed to cushion the operations of these businesses to contribute to economic growth and national development. Acting Managing Director Joanna Mensah said the bank will embark on various transformational programs for businesses in 2024. She was speaking at the Ecobank Chinese Forum.
Ecobank's ability to discern Chinese business and adapt to transformations over the years has translated into proactive support for Chinese-owned factories in Ghana. And we've also granted loans and advances totaling over $100 million to the Chinese customers that we bank. And indeed, we intend to do more.
Joanna Mensah, Acting Managing Director for Ecobank Ghana PLC. Now, patrons of the Capital Market Quiz have described the competition as educative and called for its expansion to cover all second cycle institutions in the country. The quiz, which assesses the knowledge of students on the capital market and related branches, seeks to improve financial literacy among the youth. Prempeh College beat Presbyterian Boys Senior High School by 0.5 points, can you imagine, to win the 2023 edition. Speaking to Joy Business, the contestants from Prempeh College said the quiz will deepen investment knowledge among the youth.
We are very excited and we attribute all of this to God because it's not normal for a school to do two contests and beat the next school by 0.5. And we are thanking God for His help. And we also like to thank all those who contributed to this being a success. We are really grateful and we are very happy.
Learning about the capital market and about investment, that's the sure way to create wealth. So investment is a key thing. It should be included in what kids should learn.
Meanwhile, the executive director of the Young Investors Network, Kofi Buzia Che, says the next edition of the quiz will be expanded to include senior high schools from other regions. Vlisco Ghana has pledged its commitment to ensuring customer satisfaction by creating fabrics that suit all occasions. Brand manager for Vlisco Ghana, Deborah Soa, said the new fabric line will offer customers the flexibility to create exciting designs. She has been speaking at the launch of the Vlisco Satin Royal, a new fabric introduced to offer consumers comfort.
Vlisco had listened to its consumers, and based on consumers' feedback, we have decided to introduce a new category to our portfolio, and that category is Satin Royal. It is really soft. In the part of Africa that we find ourselves, we are facing hot weather sometimes, and Satin Royal is really coming to bring some comfort. And then it's airy, you can do a lot of style, it doesn't limit your styles. Okay, and it's not really for the ordinary kaba and slates. You can do much more with Satin Royal than any ordinary product that we have on the market.
Deborah Soa, brand manager for Vlisco Ghana. Let's turn to the stock market. Trading on the Ghana Stock Exchange is expected to be active this week. Grace Munayin of Data Bank Research has all the information you need to.
Last week's trading ended with 5 price movers consisting of 2 gainers and 3 laggards. Gull PLC and Ben's Oil Palm Plantation were the advances for the week, whereas Enterprise Group, GCB Bank, and Ecobank Ghana all declined. The declines drove the market indices lower, with the Ghana Stock Exchange Composite Index losing